Tell me, Alphen, wherever did you learn how to wield a sword?
I was wondering the same thing too, actually. I'm guessing you knew how to fight before you met the Crimson Crows, right?
I used to be a soldier who served a Danan master. I never saw the guy's face, but I still fought for him because he was my employer. Looking back, it wasn't all that different from being a slave.
A Danan master? That must have been before the Renans brought you to Lenegis 300 years ago.
You must fight using real Danan techniques then.
Really? We used to have our own sword arts?
There's a lot of our own history we've lost since the Renans first invaded. It's not all magic and art. I'm sure it includes things like sword styles too. It's incredible and also a little surreal to see those arts still survive after all this time.
Not only that, but I first learned these moves while serving one ruler, only to end up turning my sword on the ruling class altogether. Pretty ironic when you think about it.
I apologize if I dredged up unfortunate memories for you.
Nah, we're good. It's in the past now. All we ever did in those days was stir up trouble.
You're using those skills for a good cause now. It's not all bad.
I suppose this is what people mean when they say that every cloud has its silver lining.
Exactly. He's using those sword skills to make the world better. Could be a lot worse.
True enough. I will stop worrying about mentioning it then. Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
No wonder we couldn't manage to find them. They've been holed up here all this time, hiding.
The remnants of Volron's forces. You think they were planning an ambush on Pelegion?
Possibly. Then again, knowing how blind their devotion is, maybe they were just waiting.
Waiting? For Volron, you mean?
Even though we already defeated him? But yes, I suppose you're right. For these guys, that would just be a technicality. They act more like worshippers than subjects. They're probably still in denial that he was overthrown in the first place.
Either that, or they were biding their time until the next crown contest. Either way, their allegiance is to their lord.
Who they're convinced and expectant will return. So in the meantime, they wait patiently in preparation for the day that he finally does. That's way more than just loyalty. It's no less than total subjugation.
You've noticed it, haven't you?
Notice what?
I'm referring to Shion.
I never thought you, of all people, would come to me about her.
Yes, well, what concerns me has more to do with what machinations may be currently unfolding in secret on Lenegis as we make our way along this tunnel.
And you're saying it's related to Shion in some way?
Perhaps. She believed there was a good possibility that the Renis Alma may free her from her thorns. One would think after losing the Renis Alma, she would be more dismayed, and yet she isn't. Why? There's also the matter of the power that she inherited from...
You heard what she said. She didn't know about the Maiden's power.
Mere ignorance does not preclude her deep connection to the events unfolding around us. You recall when her thorns went rampant in Castle Delpharis. I've never seen dark astral energy manifest in such a way.
I thought you said all Renans had dark astral energy inside of them.
Correct. However, what Shion exhibited was far beyond what any ordinary citizen could ever possibly possess. And let me be clear. I do not intend to cast doubt on Shion, or her motives. Nevertheless, I cannot shake the feeling that there's more to all of this than what we currently know. Do you disagree?
As impressive as always.
I shall steal you where you stand.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Shion actually look flustered. Illuminate the dark! Holy land!
Resonate with the earth! Explosive ring! Stalagmite!
Well, looky here.
Let's see what you've got.
Dragon
Roar! Try this!
Arc sealed!
Explosive ring! I can shatter any steel! Dragon swarm! Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still? Shion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Try this! Explosive ring! Begin! I owe you one.
Looks like you came to my rescue again.
You need to be careful. With the blazing sword, and with my sword.
Shion.
Blow them away!
With this, I can become even stronger.
It's obvious that people used to go through here in order to get to the other realms.
You think Volron really did seal it off to keep it hidden then?
Seems like it. Those soldiers we encountered might have known about it, chosen to hide out here.
But with the entrance collapsed and exposed, they must have been forced to come out of hiding.
We seem to have come across something a little unusual.
Don't get careless.
Don't tell me!
Dragon form! Be careful, everyone. This one isn't normal.
Provide assistance.
As impressive as always.
Got fired. Here I hope that was improved.
No, I mean you're even better than ever.
I owe you
I've
one.
never seen Xion actually look
I
flustered.
owe you one. Explosive ring! Dragon form!
Deity! Can you take it?
Explosive ring!
Take this!
Dragon form!
Raging cascade!
Try this!
Death shall not be
We did it! Explosive ring! They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
I see supplies and other signs people were living here.
This one will be difficult to predict.
Here's the Evo!
Thanks. Explosive ring!
They may look shooting stuff, but they're vicious!
Now I can let loose.
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
We turn the
Sounds like a
tables
job
on.
for you. There are still
Your
more
blade
left.
moves like silk.
I just let my instincts take over.
How fascinating.
As impressive as always.
Here I hope that was improved.
No, I mean you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Xion actually look flustered.
Try this!
I shall ensure you survive this.
Explosive ring!
You're really, really strong, Alvin.
I'm just trying to do the best I can.
Still, it's reassuring to have you around.
Explosive ring!
Here's a healing art.
You attack without mercy.
Here I go.
Because I can't afford to hesitate.
Not against the worthy.
You fight better at a distance.
The further away, the better.
You and I both.
Explosive ring!
That extra training paid off.
What's this thing?
Looks like some solid equipment.
That enemy looks strong. I bet it'll be worth our while to fight it.
In the water's edge, I see but for a moment one Ganeth Harrows.
I hate to break it to you, man, but what you're saying isn't deep at all.
This one's tough! Damn it! Lionheart! Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm!
Are those arms even activated? Light! Here!
Now I can let loose!
Dragon
We turned the tables on him!
There are still more left.
Right! No time to hold back!
You are in tip-top shape!
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl like... Say no.
As impressive as always.
Sealed open. Here I hope I wasn't actually...
No, I mean, you're even better than us. Less talking, more doing.
Raging storm!
Kent, I'm ready!
Puddle! Lost! Demon's descent!
Flashing Fang!
That was a little close for comfort.
Explosive rings!
Your wings won't save you from me.
Try this!
Here I go.
Begin! Explosive rings!
You're mine!
Here! I'm out of ammo.
I'm nearly done for. I'm grateful.
Begin!
Back into the fray. A whirling struggle.
Dragon Swarm!
First force. I'm
Try
all back
this.
up. Magna ray.
Explosive rings!
Thank goodness we won.
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
How much do they have to steal from us to be satisfied?
What's that thing's purpose, anyway? Some kind of siphon that sends the astral energy the Lords harvested to Lenegis?
Not as far as I'm aware. That said, it has become evident since the forming of the Rena Alma, as well as other recent events, that my insight may be thin. I would, as I believe the saying goes, Take what I say with a grain of salt.
Halim.
At the very least, I believe we can assume that whoever is pulling the strings behind the scenes has had this in the works for quite some time.
Why's that?
The people on Lenegis may have plenty of resources at their disposal, but not even they could prepare something like that in a mere month. Something of that magnitude takes considerable time, as well as a predetermined goal in mind.
Then what was the crown contest for?
At this stage, I think it was but one step in the greater scheme we see unfolding before us. What that scheme is exactly, I haven't a clue. For now, I believe we should keep moving. The path continues. It's quite possible it will take us all the way to Cislodia.
Agreed. Let's keep moving.
So Shion's thorns are dark astral energy.
Rinwell, are you worried about Shion?
Of course I am. But I don't know how to talk to her about it.
You and me both.
Come to think of it, what happened to those 4 lights that fell from Lenegis along with the wedge?
All 4 of them scattered in different directions. It's anyone's guess where on Dana they might have landed.
I'm not entirely sure, but it seemed like those lights may have all been different elements of astral energy.
So even though they're using the wedge to siphon off energy from Dana, they're shooting it back down to Dana as well? Why?
I don't know. It all happened so suddenly.
Hopefully it's not a sign of some new threat we'll have to deal with.
But if that red woman has anything to do with the wedge, then what could that light...
It's weird, isn't it?
Oh?
The Red Woman. Shion and Dohalim said they'd never seen her before Pelagian.
Are you saying they're lying to us?
No, it's not that I think they're lying, just... there has to be some reason for it, right?
Well, one thing the two of them have in common is that they're both Renans.
Okay, you two. Put a pin in it for now. I know that we're in the dark about a lot, but for now, let's focus on getting through these mountains.
Yeah, of course.
We finally made it.
Yes! Well... Hmm? Right.
Very nice.
right.
Just a minute.
Great!
What?
Yes! Great! Whew.
Hey,
No way!
oh? Hey!
Sorry. How? Amazing!
Yes!
Hey. What?
Very nice.
Alvin! She owns stuffing bread with marble curry!
Now I can eat this every day.
Jeez, Shion, you're hooked on that stuff.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Ready to go!
We turned the tables on him.
There are still more
I'm
left!
coming down with something great.
A chronic inability to read the room?
Formality
Can you take care of them?
cannot
No
fix.
sooner said than done!
Resuscitation!
Here, let me go!
Now I can let loose.
Try
Try this!
On your knees.
That took more energy than I expected.
Discourteous,
Where are
aren't you?
you going? Sharpness!
Now I can let loose.
Not on my watch!
I can carve through armor!
Lunar corruption!
Denied!
Lunar lightning or raging lightning!
Take this!
Damning flame! Burning steel! This'll come in handy.
Dragon form!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Too much to
Yeah!
handle?
And the power is to me!
Now!
Could have been worse.
It sure got cold all of a sudden after we passed the peak.
Law.
Yeah, we're getting close.
Discourteous, aren't you?
I shall ensure you survive this.
Can't get out of this!
Glacial spear, pierce evil. Fall into thy own
I'll
death.
face you!
Concentrate.
Can you take it?
Got flyers!
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
Explosive ring!
I've been all yours!
Dance in the wind. Who wants to die next?
Shattering
Elusive
Recover! Now we see what I can do! Elusive deity!
Ready to go!
Glacial spear, pierce evil.
On your knees!
Wind of heaven, first Easter.
We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back.
There, go. I'm only getting through those. This one's mine.
Looks like we got them all.
Grant me the strength to march on! Dragon form!
Lion heart.
Okay.
Glacial spear, pierce evil.
Explosive ring!
Fall into thy own death.
As impressive as always.
Here I hope that was improved.
No, I mean, you're even
Pesky
better than
airborne
ever.
scoundrel.
I've never seen
Sounds like a job for you,
look
Dragon
flustered.
form! Hey! Blow them away!
Mega ray.
Elusive deity! Dragon swarm!
Tunnel.
Try this!
I'll heal you all.
Explosive ring!
The flames will roar. Healing circle.
I owe you one.
Resonate with the earth!
Mega ray.
Thanks for the healing. Watch yourself, okay?
Yeah, you too.
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Here we go! Come one, come all! Okay, here I go! Straight! Next!
As impressive as always.
Here I hope
In a bind?
No, I mean you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Xion actually look flustered.
Now I can let loose.
Armor won't save you!
Annihilation!
Far enough!
Do
Thank you. I can't lay a finger on you.
I prefer it that way.
Can't be.
What about you?
Just watch and see.
Leading pile driver!
Explosive ring!
Seems about right to me. I don't know when it happened, but we sure are hauling a lot of stuff these days.
I was just thinking the exact same thing. Glad to hear I'm not the only one.
We should probably clear some stuff out. Like our old weapons we're not using anymore. They must be in pretty bad shape by now.
No way. Those are still good as new with a little polishing. If anything, I'd say all our armor is what's weighing us down.
But that armor's also still good once you fix it up. Besides, better to have too much armor than too little. You can trust me on that one.
Well, what about all these dumb old antiques we're lugging around? If we sell those off, that should lighten our load.
Simpletons such as yourself who can't appreciate the true worth of such things is how precious art vanishes from history.
Pretty art's not gonna save you in a fight, man.
Stop it, you guys! This is no time to...
All I really meant to say is, you can tell how much we've been through by everything we're carrying around. Honestly, that's all.
Oh.
My deepest apologies. It appears that I may have rather overreacted.
Yeah, I guess it's only natural we'd have so many souvenirs by now. I might have been out of line too.
I guess all this stuff really is a sign of how far we've come together.
Yeah, every little piece is its own treasure filled with memories.
Grant me the strength to march on! Get mine!
Fall into thine own depths! Concentration!
Okay, here I go.
Air pressure! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Hit!
Dragon Form!
Raging cascade!
Try this!
We don't have firearms here on Dana.
I can show you mine if you like.
That would be really awesome, Xion. Whew. Thank goodness we won.
We should think about eating soon.
Really? Not all that hungry myself.
Don't make me say it again.
Yeah, good idea.
Forgive you!
I'll take you all on! Try this! Explosive ring!
As impressive as always.
Here I hope that was included.
No, I mean you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Xion actually look flustered.
I can carve through walls!
Searing flame!
Denied! Who's next?
Radiant pierce! Winds of heaven! First force!
Dragon Form!
I'll be saving
Try
someone!
this!
Annihilation!
Explosive ring! They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
We made it to Cislodia.
We need to get that bridge down somehow.
It looks like we can control it from our side. Let's take a closer look.
Are you okay, Law?
Oh, fine. Just thinking. The past is a real downer. That's why I'm focused on what's ahead of me. You?
Yeah. I'm going to stay the path. As long as we're all together, I know we'll be all right.
Same here. Now let's get moving.
Oh, good. We can cross through here.
Stop! Who goes there?
My name is Alphen. We're not your enemies.
Did you say Alphen? Slap me silly, it really is you!
Forgetting someone?
Renwell! Oh, glad to see you're doing okay.
What are you guys doing out here?
We're patrolling the realm. Never thought I'd bump into you all on my rounds, though. Heck, enough of me, though. What's going on up in the sky? Feels like the world's gonna end.
That's what we're trying to figure out ourselves. And as it happens, I've got a big favor to ask.
I had an inkling that's why you'd come back, as soon as I saw you in the distance. So you beat all the lords, huh? Damn, you really must be a hero.
I just did what I had to. So can you send anybody to help Ganeth Heros?
I think we can help out. I'll hit up the other resistance groups and rustle up some support. I doubt they'll have a problem sending people once I mention it's you who's asking.
Thanks. If you guys can help out, that'll give us a chance to do something about that wedge out in the ocean.
Yeah, I think that's something only you guys can handle. Speaking of which, that thing's out in the middle of the ocean. How do you even plan on reaching it?
By boat. We're about to go look for one.
No rest for the weary, I see. Hey, what happened to that mask you used to wear?
It's a long story. Let's just say I lost it.
I sure never expected to run into Bregan.
Cislodia's probably in good hands with him.
Yeah, now we can focus on finding a ship.
A boat, huh? Where are we gonna find one of those? It's not the kind of thing people just leave lying around.
Especially not Renans. For an imperial power, they never have shown much interest in maritime expansion. Still, I dare say there should be the odd small vessel here and there.
All well and good, but that structure's slap bang in the middle of the ocean. A fishing boat won't cut it.
Let's just try to find one that won't sink us halfway out, yeah? Not that it needs to be a huge galley like Almadria's or anything.
Just as well, since we've passed, let's see, literally 0 huge galleys.
All I know is we have to reach that thing in the ocean. Anything that might work, I say we try it.
Almost time for my evening cup of tea.
You haven't left all of your lordliness in the past.
Thanks to Bregan, it seems like Ganeth Harrows should be in good hands, at least.
I wonder who they'll send to look after things. It'll be someone from one of the other resistance organizations, no doubt.
They could do a whole lot worse than someone like Doc. A knowledge of medicine would go a long way there.
Wait, do you mean the old guy back in Calaglia? Ganeth Harrows would be one hell of a trek from there. He'd have to get here first.
My brother's old second-in-command, Legiel, would be a perfect fit, too. Pity she'll probably still have her hands tied up with work in Menancia.
Mahag Sar will be the same story. They won't have the manpower as it is, let alone enough to start exporting it.
Man, everyone's still struggling to get back on their feet, huh?
Knowing Bregan, he'll probably take things into his own hands. He seems like the kind of guy who enjoys a challenge.
Thinking back on it now, though, it does kind of make you realize just how many people we've gotten to know in each of the places we visited.
That's true. And each and every connection we forged is priceless. Anyway, we can trust Bregan to take care of things from here. Come on, let's focus on the task at hand.
Simply marvelous. I'll never tire of admiring this relic.
This looks perfect. Guaranteed to hit the spot.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? What's wrong? You're looking pretty down. Something on your mind?
Yeah, you could say that. It's just, well, there's something that's been eating away at me for a long, long time. Do you mind if I share it with you?
Of course not. I'm glad to listen.
See, my mom and dad used to tell me I shouldn't go around casting magic. But there was one time I did, behind their backs. And when I did, Almadria showed up.
Huh?
I hated Almadria for destroying everything I loved. But what I hated most was myself. For breaking my promise to my parents. Even though I swore I'd get revenge, there was always this nagging part of me that wondered if I even had any right to do so.
Rinwell, it was Almadria who killed your family. Don't torment yourself over one mistake.
How can you say that when my mother and father died because of me?
This may not comfort you much, but I'll say it anyway. I have a feeling your parents always knew something like that might happen.
What do you mean?
There was always a chance that someday, someone was going to find you and your family. But even knowing the risks, they still taught you magic. And there are two reasons I can think of for that. First, your talent. Second, they were hedging their bets.
Huh? On what?
On you, Rinwell. On how you turn out when you grew up. Sure, learning magic may invite danger, but but it would have been even more dangerous to live in hiding without being able to defend yourself. They knew what they were getting themselves into when they taught you magic. And I think they did it because of how much they loved you.
Because my mother and father loved me.
Sorry, I know I shouldn't be putting words into your parents' mouths.
No, it's okay. I used to think I would have been better off if I never knew how to use magic. And if I'm really honest with myself, sometimes I still think that. But after traveling around with all of you guys, I've learned that there are things I can do with magic. That there's a point to it after all. So I'm going to keep trying. I'm gonna try and accept it as part of who I am. I want to use it to protect my friends. To protect the future of Dana. Do you think that's selfish of me?
Not at all. I wouldn't want it any other way with you, Rinwell.
Poodle, let me know if you sense anything. I want to go back to bed.